G'day playmates, and welcome to another Harmer vid. This is the first of a recent sim that I purchased from Steam, Naval Action. It's been around for 2 years, and with it being a simulator of 18th and early 19th century sailing, and it was on sale for $20. Even though it's got a lot of negative and toxic reviews, I thought, what the heck, for $20? It's a simulator. I'll have a look at it. And I must admit, considering everything else, it's quite nice. Well worth, I think, the $20 that I paid for it. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Here I am in the Caribbean. Let me just pull the map out. As you can see, it extends all the way from Wilmington on the States through to the north coast of South America and all the Caribbean islands. So there's a fair bit. Let me just zoom in. This is a British base. I've decided to start out as the British Yes, it's jolly good. So to give you an idea, the distance from Kingston to, say, Guam or Sevilla is round about just under 100 kilometers. So it gives you an idea of the scale of the map. Anyway, let me bring the HUD back up. And I'm going to leave port, and then actually just before I do, I'll go through the bits and pieces so that you get an idea what's all about. Okay, obviously there are the options for everything. Okay, the tutorial is quite important that you do that. I've got through the first page, the starting ones. At the moment, I've got to do the destruction exam, and then I've got to do all these four, and then the final exam, and that basically unlocks a decent amount of in-game money, a couple of nice ships, and a fair amount of experience. So you really do need to complete all these to get a decent start in the game. Okay, so here's the information. On Port Royal, it produces fir and oak. That's that. Okay, down here is the usual chat stuff. There's a trade chat. There's a help chat, global chat, and a specific nation, which for me are the English. And then there's the usual stuff: friends, messages, history. So on and so forth. Okay, these four boxes, obviously, everybody starts with a basic cutter, which is replaceable, and 6 guns. So here's the information. There's some slots for upgrades, stuff like that. It doesn't need any repair at the moment. Crew, crew side is 40, and you start with a free crew of 40. There's nothing in the holds at the moment, but there will be fairly soon. Okay. This is the interaction with the port. This is the chat room. Here you can manage your ships, and as you can see, I've also got this ship, the Christian, which is docked at Port Royal. I can't make it my main ship at the moment because, first of all, I don't have the expertise, just being a midshipman, to actually captain this ship, and I can't afford to kit it out at the moment. So this was given as part of the Christmas digital bundle that the devs presented everyone who played the game. Yep, that's the that's that. Also, I got a warehouse at Port Royal, and as you can see, I've just got some fish in there at the moment and some salt. Here is the shop where you can consumables, resources. You can buy and sell stuff, and also people put contracts out as well. So there's a couple of guys here who are buyers wanting to buy hemp, and they've put a contract up. This guy's looking for 40 and is prepared to pay 983. Otherwise, iron ore, I can buy it, and if I had iron ore, I could also sell it as well. So there are two elements basically to this game. There is a trading element, but more importantly, because it's called Naval Action, most of your money and expertise comes from doing missions, which generally includes fighting. Okay, so there's a ship auction. You can put ships up for auction. This is the Admiralty. It's got various things for sale, books, so on and so forth. Here is buildings and crafting. You can put buildings up which will take raw materials and make them into consumables. So you can, basically become a bit of a factory. And this one here is the missions page. And also there are daily patrols and weekly sort of events, and I got no missions selected at the moment because I'm just sort of doing a bit of grinding. Here you can build outposts, and then up here is the information. I'm not in a clan. I have got 342 expertise. I'm going to need 500 to level up. I've got no craft level, and I've got 1,000 labor hours and no coins. Coins are basically what you get for missioning. So the in-game currency for trading is reales, whereas the gold doubloons are worth more. Leaderboards are not relevant for this particular server. There are only 2 servers on Naval Action. They're both in Europe. However, they've got good frame rates, considering the ping sizes. So I was a little bit concerned about that when I first looked at buying Naval Action, and but after checking information on various forums and bits and pieces, I actually found that even though the ping is round about, for me, in the 350s in Australasia and Oceania, I'm still getting like 130 frames. Yeah, it's not like it's a first-person shooter. Okay, so leaderboards are not relevant because this is out of the two servers, this is the PvE server. So basically, I can't attack other players on this server, but I can attack AI. So there's a mixture of AI and players on here. The other server, the leaderboards are relevant because the other server is a PvP server, and from what I can gather, it's a pretty hard one. There's a lot of camping, ganking, seal clubbing, whatever you want to call it. So you really need to be in a clan in that sort of situation. Upgrades, I got no upgrades at the moment. Okay, these are rewards. This is the DLC. Gifts and rewards. Originally, I had the Christian hull ship here. I also had some cannons and some masts, but I did actually sell the cannons and the masts to get me started in a bit of trading. So that's that. Flags. I'm flying under the old British white ensign, you know. And perks. I don't know too much about perks, but basically you can buy these as sort of, I guess, upgrades, what you would call them. So alrighty, that covers everything on the screen. Let's get underway. I have to say that I'm very impressed with the graphics, considering that this is a 2-year-old game. And not only that, it's not even completed. It's in alpha. So far, I've got about 10 hours up. I haven't found any bugs or any problems with it. So we now go out of the port screen into the open world. Because I'm on the PvE server, while I'm in the open world, I am not able to actually access my guns. Alrighty, let's get underway. Put some sail up. So this is dead slow. Obviously this is where the wind's coming from. Compass. Battle sails. As you can see. And obviously the more sail you're going to put up, the quicker we're going to go. Alright, I need to head to the left. And it's this is not a real time. Actually, time ticks away quite quickly. I think I need to switch fishing on. Just check that it's flashing. Yep. I'll talk about that in a sec. Shallows. Yep, I know that. The only thing I think about this sim is that for 18 knots, this seems to be moving awfully fast. That's the only, if you could call it a mild criticism. Now, obviously, I'm heading into the wind here, so I need to do a bit of tacking, but I'm still in shallows here, so I can't really sort of tack too much. Okay. Okay, I need to sort of get this tacking organized. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, so time. Let me go to, I think... Yeah, okay. So days at sea, first day. The time is midnight. So you can see 10 minutes has clicked away fairly quickly. And I need to basically head in that direction, so this is going to be hard work because I'm heading into the wind. I need to head east, and the wind is in fact coming from the east, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this vid so you don't see all the okay, so just to go through what's happening here, frames counting, ping, and there's 152 other sailors on this. Oh, yep, there's another player over there on this particular server. Okay, this is fishing, which you can switch on and off. This is basically a freebie. What will actually happen is while you are traversing the waters, you can fish. There are a number of different types of fish, and also you will collect salt as well at the same time. That's the chat box. So here's the map. I'm just going to go through that in a sec. As I say, the information, West Indies time, it's now 3 in the morning, and I need to go on to the other tack. It's going to be a bit of a pain in the arse. Anyway, that's the way it goes. Nothing in the holders yet, but when I start to catch fish, which is an automatic thing, and this is like you can actually convert this into reales, so it's a bit of a freebie. Yep, no missions and bug reporting. So I don't know whether it uses the I don't know what graphic engine it uses, whether it uses the Unreal one or not, but graphics are quite nice. As I say, this just feels to me to be traveling a lot faster than 24, 25 knots, so quite a few players on. Here's another port on the coast. Alright, I think I can safely go onto the map now. Okay, so with the Protector, what you can do is I started in Port Royal. I can double click on that, and then I can click on a destination. I can right click, let's go there, and now this course is plotted on here. So navigation's pretty simple. Alright, now I need to change tack. In fact, actually the wind direction has in fact changed. So yep, that's mainly probably because I've changed direction. That's right, because I was heading east into the wind. Now I'm basically heading north-northwest. Okay, so let me just go back to the map again. And there's various okay, I'm gonna go to the trader tool because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a little bit of trading on this vid. The next vid that I'll do will be missioning, which is the most important part. Yeah, okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna type in Ukrainian grain, and I'm going to look for a place nearby that's got some to sell me. Yep, okay, here we go. Guama Sevilla. 81 k's distance, which you can now see is actually clicking down as I head towards it, and I can buy Ukrainian grain for 662 reales, and I can sell in Port Royal for 1533. So I can make a profit on that. Excuse me. So okay, so let me just go back to that Ukrainian grain. Okay, all right, click on the map and go back. Okay, so I now need to get on course for okay, so I'm now pretty much on course, and let's see whether we've caught anything. Yep, caught 2 needlefish and one salt. This obviously being a starter boat, it's only got a capacity of 150. I think it's kilograms. I don't think it's imperial. And 2 slots out of the 16 have been taken up. Basic cutter. Okay, all right. Oh, okay. I caught 2 bluefish as well, and some more salt. All right. All right. I will come back to you guys when I am nearer the trading port. Okay, I'm back. So as you can see, I got a bit of a problem here in as much as this is the direction I want to go, but it's almost facing dead into the wind, so I've had to basically tack to get into this position. So my intention is to get up onto the coastline and then head east along the coastline. So how are we doing for time? Days at sea, one. It is 8 o'clock at night. Sun is just setting. Very nice. And really sort of thinking it out about the speed of the ship, I think it's probably commensurate with the distance that you're covering given the accelerated time frame. So let's have a look in the hold. Okay, I need to change my tack here. It's getting too slow. Although having said that, I think I should get further into the coast. So I'm going to go yep, okay, so yep, 6 needlefish, 3 salt, bluefish, tuna, and these can be converted down to basic provisions, and they can be sold. Another player over here. Oops, wrong way. Okay. Okay, yep, it's looking a little bit better. Yep, okay. I'll just check and see how far away I am. Okay, 14 k's to go. So I've got to be looking for the lights of the harbour. Looks as if, yeah, we're over here. So let's make a turn. So we get too close into shore. Yep, okay. And I actually got a, yeah, yep, looking through the old telescope. There she is, and better take some sail down and cut the speed. Now, these ships here are player ships. They're not AI. Basically what happens when you go on a mission is you get a marking on the map of cross cutlasses, and you basically set that as your direction. Pull some more sail down. And once you get there, you'll find the AI that you've got to fight. You can also buddy up as well, so you know, you can take you can head there with other players as well. Okay, let's drop a little bit more sail, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, as I say, very nice graphics. Very nice indeed. And stop. And enter port. So we've now come basically out of the open sea area uh, to the port. And 36 XP, which brings me up to 378. Yeah, so about another 130 to go to the next rank. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to buy. So I'm going to go to the shop, and I think it's resources. Yep, Ukrainian grain. Yep, I'm going to buy one. I can't buy two because I can't fit it into my hold. So final price, I've got to pay a tax, 10% tax. It's going to cost me 728 reales. I will confirm that I want to buy it. Okay. And now if I look in my hold, no, that's right, I've got to transfer it from the warehouse first. There's the warehouse. It is going to click on that, and that's now been transferred to my hold. Okay, so I'll now set sail for base. And really, okay, the fishing's on. Fishing switched on. Map. Really, all I need to do is to sail directly south, which will bring me off this point, and then swing west into Port Royal. Because we've got a full hold, it does cut the speed down, but even so, it's a pretty decent speed. You don't actually see any of your crew members. This is requires a crew of 40 to man. You do actually see them when they go to battle stations. At this moment in time, I can't access the guns because I'm in a PvE server. And if I was on the PvP server, then I could access the guns and fire them as well. And when you go to battle stations, you do actually see crew members on deck, which is quite a nice touch. And you also sort of get the sort of noise of the battle and shouts and stuff like that, which is the sort of ambient battle noises, which are quite nice. Okay, again, I am not going to bore you with the journey. How far have we? How far? Go to map, create a tool. Kingston, yes. 79 Ks. Okay, I will catch up with you again just as we're going back to home port. And we're back, and I am now going to head west. It's going to be. Just need to get around this this headland here. I've had to turn the fishing off because my hold is just about full. Get a little bit further out before I turn west. I think I should cover it. Yep. So looking on the map, we just rounded this corner here, and coming up is Port Morant. Yeah, which is there. So it gives us a landmark. I didn't bother setting the compass for the return journey. So how far off? 22. Yeah, about 20 Ks. So it's around about here at the moment. Heading for midnight. And this is a reinforcement area box. Says you can attack and be attacked by everyone. I don't think that's true somehow, because this is PvE. So I'm not quite sure about this box. Okay. I recognize this landmark. I need to be over here. Lantern lit. Bilge pumps hold. So, yeah, just to sum it up, I was a little bit put off by the criticisms and bad reviews that this sim has got. But I thought, well, you know, on sale for $20, even if it's absolute crap, you can always try it out for a couple of hours and get a refund. But maybe I'm just just too tolerant when it comes round to sims. So it is quite a good simulation. Even the PvP, you know, with all the port camping. I mean, historically, the English bottled the French fleet up in the early 1800s during the Napoleonic Wars. So, you know, there is something realistic in um, in being just off station in an enemy port. Get these sails up. And the trading, a lot of people complain that this is really grindy, but the bottom line is the trading seems to be realistic from what I can gather. Anyway, let's. Yeah, another 36 XP for traveling back. Yep, so yeah, I just need about another 90 XP to get to the next rank. Okay, so what I need to do is transfer these to my warehouse. Just sort all this fish out. So, yeah, nine tuna, needlefish, yeah, dorado, bluefish, jack. Okay, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 different species there. Salt, and yeah. So just to give you an idea, I think what I'll do is I'll convert the tuna, convert this fish. Yeah, and that's now been converted to 45 provisions, which I can sell. Okay, so I'm ready to do some selling now. Resources, I think, yep. I'll sell my provisions. I'm going to sell them all. So, yeah, gets me 400 reales for nothing, basically. Okay, and then I've got to sell my grain. Stained glass. Here we go. So one. So I bought for around about 700 and sell for 1300. Yeah, so I'm making about 600 reales. So as you can see, very grindy. Okay. And now, yep. Okay, so playmates, I am going to leave it at that. So, yep, my first look at Naval Action. So, graphics very, very nice. Bearing in mind this is still an alpha build. And grindy, but I think realistic, because the bottom line is the trading is really not. It's only a minor part of the game. The the missioning seems to be the main part, which will be the next vid that I'll try. Okay, so I hope this has been useful. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.